In this video, we are going to go over how to download the SAS University Edition. Now, first we are greeted with this website here. On the bottom of it, it describes what the SAS University Edition is, along with its different features and what it actually entails. And this link down here, the read fact sheet, opens up this particular fact sheet. And in it describes the different pieces of software. Well, I shouldn't say pieces of software per se, but the different editions that the SAS University Edition covers, that including the base SAS model, STAT, IML, Studio, Access, and ETS. So, unfortunately, that does mean that the University Edition in and of itself does not cover all of the wide variety of SAS programming. As you can see, it does cover a good significant amount. But anywho, in this video we're going over how to install it though. In this case, you'd hit this get free software. It will open up to the download and installation guide. You would then choose what your operating system is. I am filming this on a Mac, so I'll go through the Mac steps on here. And as you can see, it gives you a whole bunch of steps here though to follow. First of which is to download VirtualBox, which is a virtualization software that will be used to run SAS in. You would click on that. It gives you a video which you could watch if you want to, but you would download that VirtualBox. It'll open up the VirtualBox website, and you would then go download it. As you can see though, this is actually not the downloadable page that it opens up to. You'd have to go to downloads and choose your operating system. In this case, I'm going to be using the Mac operating system for this. And then you download it, which should take hopefully just a few moments depending on your internet connection in order to download, but mine is taking its time and just about finished. Once it does finish, you'd want to run it however which way your computer does it. Again, since I'm on a Mac, I am just going to run it as is. And on Windows, you just run the executable file that it creates. But once it's done, you could then install it, which you would then do so by clicking, well, again, I have it on a Mac here, clicking this VirtualBox package, or if you're on a Windows, I believe it will just go from on there. You'd hit continue. I already have VirtualBox installed on here, but you'll go through all the steps to install VirtualBox. And doing so would give you this software on here. Okay, I already have SAS installed on here, but I'm going to be showing you the steps for it in this particular video. It also specifies on here to create a new folder on your desktop called SAS University Edition, similar to what I have on here, with no spaces. And inside of this folder, they want you to create a My Folders. So actually, let me close all these folders so you can see it a little bit better. A folder called My Folders. Okay. Now mine on here has a whole bunch of files in it that I already have either previously downloaded or used in some sense. But they want you to create this file structure in here, so that way you have a space you could save files to in SAS and be able to transfer back and forth. But once you do that though, you would then need to download the SAS University Edition, which you could do so by clicking this link. You would need to create an account if you don't already have one. Since I've already downloaded it, I already have an account, so I would not be going through those steps to actually download the account. But then you would have to download that piece of software. And unlike VirtualBox, this one might take some time in order to download. But once yours does indeed download, you would be able to put it into VirtualBox. So let me show that step here next. In order to do so, you need to hit this new button, and you would call this SAS University Edition. And if I remember correctly, this was a Linux software, and it wanted. Let me go back to the page to make sure I configure this correctly. Alright, okay. This wants us to go to import appliance, which is on your system. You would find where that file is that you downloaded from SAS. So in this case, mine is in my downloads, that being this, and then you would hit continue. It will automatically say that it's a Linux Red Hat OS type, and so on and so forth in here. You could change different aspects to it on here if you want to, but it's best just to import it for the time being and then changing any settings later on. But it will take a few moments in order for it to import this disk image into your computer on here, and hopefully faster than mine is currently going. But there's not much you could do about how long that takes. As I'm waiting for that though to go, you would need to then share your My Folders folder with VirtualBox in order to actually use it. But we can't do that until this is actually finished. Alrighty, there we go. In order for us to share that folder with VirtualBox, as it is indeed described on the SAS website here, you need to select the virtual machine that you just created and click Settings. This will open up this page, and in order to do this, we need to go to this Shared Folders icon, which, when you open it up, should have nothing in it, like mine does. You want to hit this plus button, and you want to go to Other there to select the path to this SAS University Edition folder that you created on your desktop. So in my case, I'm going to my desktop, click in that folder, and click in My Folders, and then hit Open. And you shouldn't have to change anything else here. You click OK, and then OK again. Then you will go start the software. But as I said, I have already previously done so, so I won't use this new one that I just made. I'll use the one that I have been using. You would open it, you can either double click it like I just did, or hit start up here. And then as you can see, it will go through a whole bunch of different screens in order to open and go through this particular process. Based upon your computer, depending how long it takes, might take a little bit of time. It depends on what operating system that you're using and how fast your computer is being, especially if you have a lot of stuff open, which unfortunately can indeed slow down your computer. But I'll show you that next step once this does finish, which it's just about done. So we shouldn't have to wait too much longer for that to finish. Alright, so then you're clear with this, right? You can't really use SAS just yet since it's, well, quite frankly, not on the software yet. But it does tell you to open up a browser to connect. My pointer's not going to go onto it, but to connect to this particular. No, that's not going to let me. To connect to this particular link, which is near where this pointer currently is. I just can't click on it due to the way that VirtualBox is being. But it's that http :/localhost : 10080. So you need to put that into your browser. Let me show you that on mine on here. And I believe, yeah, that doesn't tell us anything else important. Alright, so let's go to that site. Exactly as written in that browser. Doing so will open up this screen now. You will then hit Start SAS Studio. If it has updates, like mine currently does here, it will let you know about those. Typically, updating it is usually and pretty much highly suggested. So I'm going to download those updates. Okay, make sure it's clicked, and then hit continue. It will then download those updates down in the notification bar in here. It's telling me that it's available to download. Size of the download is 8.6 megabytes, which we're going to do in this video. Since it's not too big, it shouldn't take too long for it to download and install. And now we need to click update. And yes, since we weren't doing anything anyway in it just yet, it's not going to impact any work that we were doing. Which is the nice thing about running in a virtualization software like that, of how we won't lose our work since this pops up before we even open up SAS. But once it's finished, as you can see, it went up to 100%. My screen on here did change to the SAS logo in VirtualBox, but all that means then is just reloading. And then once that's finished, we should then be able to open up the SAS University Edition once this is finished. Which again, depending on how fast your computer is being at the time, depends if this is a slow process or a very short process. Hence why I'm using this computer for it. This one's actually faster. Okay. So again, once that's finished, since I was already on the page, it just reloaded. Or you would have to visit again that website on there. But then you hit this Start SAS Studio. And then after updating, it asks you to accept its terms and conditions. You'd hit OK, continue to that, and then it should sign you in as such. And then initialize. You do not need to put your particular SAS login information into this for it to go. It will automatically put you into there. And then it goes into a program that I was working on. But normally if you just started this, it would bring you into a blank space, which you could then click on this icon in the upper left corner to then start a program as needed. Thank you.